That's not English, Brian. It's German.
Oh, fair.
So what I told you is true, from a certain point of view.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to A Certain Point of View and the final Q&A of POV. The final Q&A. It is weird to say, but it is here. Final Q&A. This is on Patreon to begin with, and then it will be dropped on YouTube at some point in the near future. There was no theme. The questions were completely free, which means this is going to be interesting.
Chaos.
Especially because I have not filtered through them yet. So,
Even better.
excited to be here. Cannot wait to dive into these questions. As per usual, patrons, thank you guys so much for asking them. And I apologize in advance if you hear some kind of slurping in the background. My son is currently sucking on a steak popsicle. So
I just hear him.
he's loving life right now. Mom's gonna be home soon, but this is keeping you occupied. All right, crew, how we doing? Jill, how are you doing today?
I just woke up from a nap. So
Nice. There you go.
So doing good. Yeah. I told Sean when he got off work, I was like, I'm gonna go sleep. Wake me up when you get home, and he did. And I was like, no. So I went back to sleep.
Nice.
So I took a good nap because I haven't been sleeping well. So that was nice. I keep thinking it is Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. It's Tuesday still.
Hi, Bear.
A bear.
Idiot dog.
Best dog. How dare you? But I'm good. I'm excited to hear what all of these questions are about because it was a free-for-all. So I'm excited to see what it is.
Some probably more than others.
Exactly.
If the slurping gets too much, please tell me, guys. I obviously don't know what it here's like on your side, so just tell me. And I'll
It just.
Yeah.
If it is too much, just let me know, and I will mute myself.
No, it's funny.
Until Gabby gets here. But he's a meat eater, and so I'm happy. So
He's smacking away.
Brian, what about you? How are you?
I'm good. Tired from school. So, but yeah, I'm not nothing too exciting. Woohoo.
Exciting stuff. All right.
The Fantastic Life of Brian.
Yeah, no, there's literally nothing. I don't know what else you want me to say. I made the little Lego X-Wing Molly gave me yesterday.
Ooh,
It's so tiny.
It's like, it is. It's like that big.
cute.
It's just a little baby. So, I'm debating whether or not I should start my AT-AT.
Do it.
Yeah. I know, I need to finish that book so I can start the log cabin.
Oh, yeah.
It stares at me like every day. 'Cause I said I'd make it once I finish that book. So, yeah. Anyways.
Ooh.
Woohoo.
Tired. I've just been running around doing a bunch of random errands today, so I was gone almost all day. I still haven't watched all the trailers that came out today. I got to do that before I go to bed. But
Did I miss any? What came out? Because I'm at work and I can't really
Agatha
Agatha wasn't a trailer though.
Well,
Agatha was.
Oh,
So it was a essentially a TV convention today for all of the streaming services, and a lot of stuff was announced and a lot of shows were like renewed and stuff like that. But as far as trailers, there was House of the Dragon, the new trailer.
all that. That looks amazing.
There was a trailer for Cross, which is the new Alex Cross show on Prime Video.
Rings of Power. Season
Rings
2.
of Power, which started the day off. That's pretty much it as far as trailers. There was just a butt ton of news.
Yeah.
There's they officially confirmed the Nick Cage Spider-Man Noir show.
Hype.
They officially confirmed a Tomb Raider live action show. They're doing the Legally Blonde prequel series.
I don't like that.
I don't like
So
it.
they're doing a lot. That's kind of what today was all about. But it was cool. I mean, obviously everyone knows I'm a big TV nut, so A lot of good, interesting stuff was announced. Disney did they did Agatha confirmed for September, Daredevil confirmed for March of next year, and Ironheart confirmed for the second half of next year. So those are the 3 that they focused on.
I did like the ongoing gag of the
Now that we know what it is, yeah, it was pretty good.
getting.
I saw
Good long
PJ.
game. It's a good long game.
I thought PJ had a good guess yesterday. I saw he was like, "What if these are the names of the episodes?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that would actually make sense." But now that it's
That'd be fun.
yeah. So,
All right. Well, we have quite a bit of questions to get through, so we're going to go and roll right into these. And I'm going to start. I'm just picking one out of the bunch because it's a good question to start the show off. It's very specific here, and it comes from Rain Man. And he asks, without knowing how many questions there are, how long do you think this episode will be?
well, I have to get groceries at some point. So hopefully not past 9 o'clock.
I also have to eat
We're
dinner
not going
at
that
some
late.
point.
Yeah, we're not going that late.
I'll
but-
say hour 15.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hour 30, just to be different.
I was gonna say like just over an hour, so I'll say hour 10.
I'll say an hour and 17 minutes.
Ooh. That's nice.
You're so cool.
All right, next one here comes from Brian Nussbaum. What was your favorite LOL moment from the past 4 years of doing the show?
Jeez.
Anything dumb I said?
Yeah.
That's hard to think of. Just I don't know why this was this popped in my head immediately, but it's because something that I pulled off. But when I surprised you guys with Adam and Marisol on the show. When they were like just coming into the Schmodown and sit behind, because Jill was obviously like a gigantic Deception fan. And so I messaged them. I was like, I'm going to get them on the show. And they popped in. And yeah, that was a lot of fun seeing the reaction and everything.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was a good
I
one.
have mine. I literally have it. I screen recorded it on my phone because it makes me laugh every single time I watch it. And that is, I think it was a Q&A. Here, I'll show it.
One way out.
This when we were talking about.
One way out.
Dedra, sorry.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, smash.
I want her to smack me around a little bit.
Like the girls are all like, yeah, and Jake's like, what?
Who are we talking about?
Deidre from Andor.
Oh, yeah.
And I said I want her to smack me around a little bit, and you were like, yeah, and Jill was like, yeah, and Jake was like, oh.
The hell? Mine is probably happy hour where we all put on each other's makeup with our partners, and then Alex wandered off and streamed from the Star Wars Explained Twitch, and
For like 10
I
minutes.
don't think Molly knew that he was doing that, and so we were like, Molly, and we were all laughing our asses off.
I think I remember like saying he should do that because he looked
You
so pretty.
instigated it. Yeah.
And then I guess he was like, all right, maybe I will.
And then he did.
That was really funny.
We were like, oh shit, he did it.
There have been so many good moments during the Newlywed Games. I mean, so many from just the most recent one that I remember the clearest, but the knife bouquet.
In the dishwasher.
Yeah. That was really funny. We all just like started randomly arguing / chit-chatting at the same time about knives and cutlery.
Yep. And how dumb our partners were with knives and cutlery. Yeah.
Yep.
If we ever like continued to do something from the show, that is like the one thing I would want to do. It's just fun and chaotic. So
Yeah, Newlywed Game.
yeah,
Good time.
it's just so fun.
It's a good time.
Jake,
Who
if you
knows?
ever want to bring it up in Whiskey Jedi. Do the newlywed game plus whiskey.
Ooh,
Can find a way to do an alcohol version that would make it even worse.
as if it wasn't already bad.
Yeah,
once,
I was gonna say.
once Jill is married, there we go.
Yeah.
Officially, even though
actual-
they've been competing, but officially. So
Once I'm
Nope.
officially a wed.
yeah, once you're officially a wed. All right, sticking in the same vein here. This one's from Billy. Favorite joke in the entirety of POV.
Favorite joke?
My God.
I'm giving you more. Relax.
Do your research,
Oh, that is
yeah.
just classic.
which is stupid because that's my own joke. So I'll toot my own horn.
That's
for
a
that one.
classic. Do your research and what day is it?
Yeah.
What day is
Yeah.
it? Just because of the memory of it, and it only happened once, I'll do choo choo motherfuckers.
Yeah, choo choo, motherfuckers.
I mean, rumor train.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought
Choo
Choo Choo
Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers was just Jill just randomly saying that.
Oh, that Sean said that on Rumor
That
Train.
was Sean.
Oh, God.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
I thought that could have been also when one of us said Hot Mess Express.
Okay,
Probably
that's
not
me.
Mess Express.
I've been saying that for
Yeah,
ever. Hot Mess Express.
that's a good one.
I love that. I use that just all day long. I will tell the kids at work, I'm like, you are conducting the Hot Mess Express.
Choo choo.
In fact, I have this one kid. He's autistic, but he's high functioning and stuff. And whenever he gets going, I'm like, you are operating the SAS factory right now.
Yes,
And-
operate that SAS factory.
And I'm like, I'm going to need you to take a break at work. And he's
Get those overtime hours, the SAS factory. Yes, get
So-
it.
in fact, today he came up to me. He's like, I'm having a great day. I didn't have to go to work at the SAS factory.
Didn't have to.
I love him.
All right, next one comes from Harrison. There's a lot of questions regarding around POV, so I'm going to try and spread them out as much as I can. But next one comes from Harrison. If you were a king or a queen, what would your crown look like?
Ooh.
That's a question you
Ooh.
probably have never thought of.
I like that.
Lots of spikes. I want to be able to like
Kill someone.
ram someone with my own crown.
First of all, I would like to say that I would not have stolen it from another country or entity. Cough, cough, the British monarchy. Since all of their crowns are stolen jewels.
Isn't it
Anyway,
I was gonna say, isn't it just the diamonds? But
it's yeah, all their crowns are stolen jewels, pretty much. So mine would. I mean, I'd probably do like a tiara, just because like a big crown moment seems like a lot. So I'd probably have more of like a tiara moment. We'll throw some moss agate on there so it matches my engagement ring. Like like a different kind of gemstone would be fun. That'd be cute. Like little forest princess. Cute. Like it.
I kind of would go for. Remember Renly Baratheon from Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
Well, his was kind of like. It was just kind of like all over the place, like like no jewels. I don't need any of that stuff. I just kind of want to. Except I think his was made of wood. I'd want like a metal.
Jake.
Jake, are you researching crowns?
Yeah, well, I don't like I've never really liked like the typical king crown where it has like the points and it's like tall and it kind of like goes up and down.
Like the Burger
And-
King crown.
Yeah, there you go. There's a good example. And you know, to typical Jake fashion, I'll just stick with a Viking style crown because it's
Nice.
literally just like a band.
Yeah.
It's got like designs all over it, and then it can be custom designed with the stuff that I. So I'll do that one. All right, let's see. Let's go to Selvin next. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Do the chickens know what they're doing?
That's not in the question, so I don't know.
Because
One,
I'll
if
say-
it's poisoned.
I was gonna say one if it runs around and the elephant trips on itself and like breaks its neck or something. Then
Oh,
one.
that's so
There's a-
sad.
It's very sad, but it's.
I'll say
possible.
100. I'll say 100 chickens.
Jesus Christ, my brain was like 10 million.
Is Bo having the time of his life right now?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to 10 million because I don't have much faith in chickens. Rah!
I'm sticking with one poisoned chicken.
10 million.
Mm.
All right, all big numbers. Let's see.
One, yeah, the one chicken.
One.
The next one, I'll go to Jane next. What is the best cliffhanger at the end of a TV season?
Oh.
Ooh.
I literally just watched one. Now I can't think of it. What have
I mean, Battlestar has a pretty decent cliffhanger just because you're like, wait,
Jake.
what's everyone gonna do now?
Jake, are you thinking about what you said yesterday, the X-Men?
Oh, well, yeah, that's not the end of the season though. But yes, that is what I'm talking about. What cliffhanger in Battlestar are you talking about, Molly?
Just like where they end up and
Oh,
then
okay.
what they're gonna do next.
Gotcha.
The best cliffhanger or the worst cliffhanger?
The best.
Because I have a worst, which was a bunch of Walking Dead seasons where it ended with somebody was possibly going to die and you didn't know who and you didn't find out until 9 months later. Those were terrible. The best, does a documentary count? Can I use a documentary? Because the end of season 1 of The Jinx on HBO is a great cliffhanger.
I just watched the new episode of season 2.
Oh, I did too. I watched that today. Okay, so you're all caught up. Yeah, the end of season 1 has a wild cliffhanger, which you didn't know was going to be a cliffhanger because they filmed the season 1 like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And now they're just making season 2.
It was pretty crazy. I remember what I was doing when I was finishing season 1 because I was like washing dishes and kind of looking back and forth watching. And as the last bit of that episode plays, I stopped and my mouth was just hanging open.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex came in and was like, "What are you doing?"
Yep. And they don't say anything afterward. It just ends after that. And it's like, what happens? Yeah, wild. Wild, crazy stuff. Go watch The Jinx. It's great.
I'm looking it up because I couldn't remember. I knew there was one specifically, but Lost.
Yeah, Lost had like 4 of them though. There was like a major cliffhanger every season.
Well, this one was like I think it was them discovering the hatch, and like someone was like banging on it or something.
The OC season 2 had a great cliffhanger.
Yeah, the OC had one too.
God, that show was life.
I've been meaning to rewatch that show actually.
I've tried to get Gabby to watch it, and she's like, "Eh."
Gabby's never seen the OC. Oh my god, that's right up her alley.
I'm gonna go with Smallville season 3.
Oh, I see that.
Smallville season 3 is when Clark basically accepts his Kryptonian heritage and then wakes up to not be Clark Kent at the beginning of season 4 anymore, and they have to like find a way to get him back, etc., etc. And watching it for the first time is obviously an experience because you're always told with Superman if he accepts his Kryptonian destiny, he's going to be the world destroyer. So that's where kind of it was headed. So I'll just stick with Smallville.
Buffy season 5 is another big one.
I was just gonna say I saw someone say Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Gift episode.
Yep.
All right, next question from Blake here. What was your favorite bar trivia?
Honestly, probably Harry Potter.
The Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Yeah. Yeah.
Iconic.
The best and most hated at the same time.
Yeah. It was just like, what the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
It's. I mean, yeah, Harry Potter was good. It's different for me because I wrote them all, and so I'm trying to think of.
Did you have the most fun writing?
There were definitely a lot of ones that I had a good time. I had a really good time writing Back to the Future. I had a good time writing Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, that one.
That was a
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Ooh. I forgot about Twilight. Yeah, Twilight's great.
Yeah, so I'd have to look back through them off the top of my head. I'd probably go Back to the Future or Jurassic Park because I remember Jurassic Park being very competitive.
That's the second one. Ah, he's like, I like Jurassic Park.
He's being a dinosaur. Yeah, dinosaur.
All right, let's see. Let's go to Chuck next. Chuck, what was the moment you really knew you had really created a community here on POV?
When we saw the Mod Squad
Me
jackets.
too. Yeah, that's when it like really was like, oh damn. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of before that
I would
because
say
It
I
was for me too, but that's what really like made me go, oh shit.
That's
Like,
fair.
Slash the meetup, I guess that
Yeah.
too, like just being able to meet everyone in person.
yeah, the meetup, and I think even the ladies' appreciation night.
yeah.
Seeing everybody show up for that like they did, because at that time we weren't really like. I mean, we were a podcast, but we weren't like anything crazy, and we had I think there was over like 300 people watching live, who are all part of the Schmodown community. So it was definitely that moment, or later in the year when we got to experience everything in person, when everyone kind of flocked to us a little bit, which was cool. So.
The first, like, I mean, yeah, definitely what you said. I just think the most like jarring, like, holy crap, was Spectacular.
Mhm.
Just because it's like, what trying to explain to people, like, oh yeah, we're going down there and people want to meet us. Like, what? It's just like, except for Molly. The rest of us are like, just no one's. So it's like nothing, not that crazy. And it just, yeah, that was really like jarring in the best way.
It's fair. All right, next one from Jane. What was your favorite moment with the four of you together? An episode, happy hour, or even an in-person event?
Oh God.
Jake's wedding is up there, obviously. That was a good
I'm gonna pick my wedding just for the experience of it. Yeah.
and then I mean, we always go back to the first over Zoom. Was it free for all or spectacular watch that we all did together, and we all drank and
it was free for all.
we all drank and got snacks, and that was
Oh no, that might have been spectacular with the buffalo chicken dip.
with the buffalo chicken dip. Yeah, yeah, that was like prime example of like COVID times, because we were all like hanging out like all day, drinking all day, virtually eating a shit ton of snacks and just like hanging out. That was a lot of fun.
I mean, I was thriving during COVID with this stuff, but I think for me, it has to be either Spectacular or Celebration. Just
Celebration was fun.
I was going to say
too.
Celebration.
just because it's just like, I mean, those were things I dreamed of doing and never thought I was going to do it. And then I got to do it. Do it with like best friends and stuff, and other people that became friends. So that's tough. I cherish both of those so much. It'd be between those two.
Celebration was definitely a good time, and it was, being that it was the very first time that I had went, and obviously Brian, you went, having Gabby there as well, who literally just walked through the door.
Hi, Gabby.
Hi, Gabs.
Celebration's a good one. That is a good one.
But you're sticking with wedding.
I'm gonna stick with the wedding.
Wedding.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good one too.
And I think I've said it before, but Jill and Molly, they traveled the farthest out of anybody who came from the wedding. So like that is a cool experience to have, knowing that they would come, and obviously us meeting just for a podcast and us coming from being host to real life friends enough for you to come to the wedding is like, okay, yeah.
We got to take planes.
Oh, and PJ.
Yeah, and PJ came from Arizona, and it was a really cool experience. You guys came the extra day early. You got to experience Sacramento.
That's fun.
You stayed here at the house. It was a really
Okay, wait, no, that wasn't the four of us because Jake wasn't there. Never mind.
Of the picture that completely encapsulates all of us in the backyard.
Oh, no,
Molly and Jill in the hammock.
Molly and I in the hammock. Sean starfished on the ground.
I was gonna say
Brian getting snacks or something from
that tracks. I was gonna say the day before Jake's wedding too, when I got to show you guys around, and then we took a picture on the scooters, and you guys posted the one without me.
PJ posted the one without you. To be fair,
That was it wouldn't be right if we didn't have at least one of those. Yeah, that Jake's wedding weekend was just
that was fun.
a lot of fun.
It's also one of my favorite picture we have of the four of us. So.
Yeah, because we look classy as fuck.
Mhm. Clean up good.
Mhm.
All right, next one comes from Billy. Favorite watch along of POV.
Ooh.
Stupid.
Fuck off.
Didn't we do
What'd you
Malignant?
say?
She said it follows. So stupid.
Oh, it follows is so good. How dare?
It's so good.
It's so dumb. Die
On that hill.
on that hill.
Ooh.
Stop.
Did we do a Malignant watch along?
Did we what?
Did we
Did
do a
we do
Malignant?
We did do a Malignant watch along.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember that.
Yeah,
being
because
really fun.
remember that was when movies were going directly to streaming. So we did it like a week after it came out.
Yeah. That was fun.
I think that's actually how I watched it. Was during that. I made us watch at least one of my trashy movies.
Yeah, we did the Sorority Boys.
Sorority Boys. That
I wasn't
one.
there for that. I had
Oh.
something on.
That one. Have you seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
You need to watch it.
It's really good.
It's
I'm
so
gonna say, did we do Treasure Planet?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that and Atlantis. But I'll say Treasure Planet.
I was shocked how good that movie was.
So good.
That and
Good.
Atlantis are still to me like.
There's probably another one.
I'll do Cabin in the Woods because Brian got scared during,
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
during the title card.
That was pretty early on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was one of our first ones. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was still at the old apartment.
That was COVID.
Yeah, I was at the
Yeah.
old apartment.
That might have even been our very first.
It might
was-
have been.
It was definitely our first spooky watch along
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
It was
that's
definitely one of
gotta
the
be-
first
that's maybe
ones.
what it was. Yeah.
I was in my old apartment for sure.
Yeah.
Not about that.
All right, next one from Rain Man. What's your favorite sport to watch live?
To watch live.
Yeah, to watch in person.
Mm,
Probably hockey.
That's
Oh,
what
that's
I was thinking
as well.
too.
Hockey in person is legit.
Yeah.
soccer,
Although, you know what?
I think.
I'm always sport.
Sport? Soccer, yeah, I guess.
You
I'll,
just
I'll say dirt bikes. Actually, is what I'll say.
Ooh, motocross.
Motocross is by far just top notch.
although I do go to PBR with my mom, and that is actually pretty fun. I'm stoked with hockey. Hockey's pretty fun.
Hockey's good live just because it's so fast paced and good. Like, obviously, I love baseball, but a majority of the time you're kind of just like chilling.
Yeah. That's why I like soccer. It's a
Baseball's
little more.
fun to go with people. Like,
Yeah.
it's about
Yeah.
who you go with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. I'll go to Brian Nussbaum next. What food would best describe POV?
Candy.
I mean, Candy was our Patreon.
Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell is good too.
That's probably even a better answer.
Taco Bell.
Honestly, I'd probably put Taco Bell before candy, even though.
Yeah, I think Taco Bell is probably the answer.
Yeah.
Let's go to Miss Rachel next. I think it might be her only one, but I'm going to do her right now. The decades have passed. You are all 65 years old. I'm telling the story of POV. Who are you telling it to, and what anecdote do you use?
Probably no one, because I'll still be single.
I'm telling it to Molly as we're at the old folks' home, and
I'm like, we did what?
and we're reminiscing.
Hopefully not at 65. Jeez.
No, not, could you imagine?
We'll be on a cruise at 65.
That's what it is. We'll be drunk on a cruise going, isn't it funny how we met doing a online internet show and we're cruising around the world getting turned at 65 on a cruise.
Hopefully by that time we'll be in that cul-de-sac we always talk about.
That cul-de-sac, no. You got to move to Georgia to do that.
I know, God damn it.
Can't afford to do that here.
When I'm 65, I would probably say it'll be a great grandchild. So that would be
great grandchild.
Great?
65.
No, grandchild. Yeah, probably a grandchild.
Even Bo's like, what are you talking about?
And I would start it off Jurassic Park style and be like 65 years ago. Hey,
he's having a good time. Leave him alone. He has thoughts.
He's answering.
Yeah, you tell him, Bo. You tell him.
Hopefully the person I'm either seeing or seen or something. Who knows? But that's 30 years from now, so that's a lot of time. Oh my god, ew, literally exactly 30 this year.
Aging.
I know.
Rain Man's next. If money wasn't an obstacle and everyone's schedules lined up, what would a week-long POV vacation look like together?
We're going to Epcot, damn it, or Tahoe. That's fine.
Tahoe or Epcot, or both.
Yeah.
Start the week in Tahoe, and then we'll go to Epcot.
Yeah.
You'd be flying to the West Coast and then to the East Coast.
Hey, if money's not an issue,
yeah,
I'll be on a private
matter.
jet too.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
In a bubble bath of champagne.
Woo.
I would say Tahoe personally, just because I love Tahoe. So.
I would go with Epcot.
I say Tahoe just because I've never been, and
I haven't either.
I like cabin trips.
Oh, Tahoe's fun. Especially
a week in Tahoe would be awesome with the boat and everything. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I get around a dolphin. I'd be a happy camper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harrison's up next. You get your own Voltron/Megazord-esque robot. What animal is it? Can be fictional or real.
Oh. Can mine be a tiny dragon?
Sure.
Yeah, I want a tiny dragon. One that can sit on my shoulder.
Like in Frozen, the little gecko?
No, that's a gecko. That's a little lizard. I want
You're talking about the tangled one?
No, that's also a chameleon, not a dragon. I want one the size of Daenerys's dragons when they were born, that big.
Oh, what's Eddie Murphy and
No, but he doesn't have wings. That's Mushu.
Oh.
I want one with wings.
Okay.
And he could be like my little buddy. That's what I would want.
I want a Grogu.
Is that
giant
an
Grogu?
So you're calling Grogu an animal, not a species?
He's a creature.
Aren't these supposed to transform?
Well, yeah. I mean, what is your Megazord going to look like? It doesn't just what is it going to look like? You're not talking about transforming and everything, Brian. What does your robot look like?
I'm trying to think. Well, I just want Chopper, but that's not.
It's not an animal.
Maybe a giant porg then.
No. What you picked yours, Jake?
I'd probably do a replica of Caesar. Because I'm on a Planet of the Apes kick right now, so shit happens. A giant Caesar robot, bruh. Game changer.
I just want my little dragon buddy. That's all I want.
Or I would do the Predator. Ooh.
That's not an animal.
It's a creature.
Well, I got to say Grogu.
I said Grogu. I just want to make my own life-size Grogu.
I would do I'd do the Predator because that thing would look badass.
Maybe one of the little green aliens from Toy Story. That goes, oh.
Most
That one.
innocent robot of all time. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Go back to Selvin here. Do you consider yourself a lemon or a lime, and why?
Ooh.
Lime. Because of margaritas.
I will do a lemon because you need a lemon to make like a sour cocktail, and my go-to is amaretto sours, which is equal sweet and sour, which I feel like kind of encapsulates me.
Encapsulates. There you go.
Thank you. Big words.
I'll say lemon because I look like a lemon.
I'll do a lime because they're not. I think lemons are a little bit more tangy than a lime. Like I can. You're commenting on everything.
We've always said we were going to put
Definitely
Gabby
a lemon.
in these.
I'm a lemon
Why?
because I go good with everything. I go good on salmon. I go good in water.
Oh.
And you make lemon bars with lemon. It's sweet.
But you can't put lemon on tacos though. You gotta go with a lime.
And that's a part of the reason why I did it.
Right. You just
Tacos, margaritas.
We need Gabby on this one.
Let's go to Sebastian next. If Lego were to build a new set from an event or place you are proud of, what would the set be, and what minifigures would be included?
That I'm proud of.
Who says that I've ever been proud of myself? Wow, you're thinking highly of me, Jesus.
It'll be our Q&A set for Star Wars Explained, like
Aw,
the
that'd be
little
so cute.
friends and office little room ones, and it'll just be me and Alex and Hilo and Pippin.
Aw. That's a cute one.
I think I'll say Sac State because it took me so long to graduate college that it's like important time. I don't know. I can't think that I'm proud of. I think that
That's a good one.
Yeah, the fact that I never quit college even though it took me 10 years. So I'll go with that. Why are you grinning? It took you long too.
It took me 6 years. Sorry.
It's still more than 5.
I got hurt 1 year in baseball and then had to completely transition. So
Yeah,
no
well,
excuses, Brian. I would do our backyard.
I was dumb as rocks. So.
I would do our backyard with Bo, Gabby, dogs, the whole setup.
Yeah.
And a little me and Jill in the hammock.
Yeah, we come with the hammock. Hammock included.
A little starfish Sean.
Can I
Yeah.
can I be in the doorway holding like a snack?
A snack.
'Cause that's what I was doing.
Mine would probably just be the Kawasaki building because that was a big thing for me getting that job. That was my first, not my first big girl job, but that was like this is a career big girl job.
So how many minifigs would you have being that you're at the office?
I would have me, and then one of my best friends, Lindsay, also works there, so she could be a little minifig. And then, does the little motorcycles count as little minifigs?
Absolutely.
I have like a little ninja, and maybe like a Vulcan, little motorcycles. Yeah.
If it wasn't family related, I would do a baseball field when I was 12 years old with my travel team. So those are some of my good memories.
What would Gabby pick?
What was the question?
If Lego were to build a set of an event or place you're proud of, what would it be? Take your talk.
The delivery room?
Postpartum room after my surgery and birth.
Well, who's included?
Oh, you and Bo.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll take it.
Does
Little
Bo get to like just be like on the side. Like,
He's a tiny mini
It's
pig.
big.
All right, Curtis here. Gotta have a Schmodown question.
Do you?
Dream match regardless of division to make.
Alex Damon and Sam Witwer.
Yeah, the one we never got.
Yeah.
What the match that never happened.
The one we never got. It's a good one, Jill. That is a good
Thanks.
one. That's a tough one to beat.
I honestly, genuinely would want to have seen Jake go against someone.
Oh God.
I'm dead serious. Because I mean, there are people that I know you could have beaten.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never competed. I'm glad I never got asked to compete, actually, if I'm being honest. I'm surprised I never got asked to compete from certain people.
Their loss.
I'll say the Alex and Sam were one too, because I can't really.
Yeah, that one's so hard to beat just because like it was so everything was led up to it and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It's like I've like forgotten of everybody who didn't compete against each other. Just for the lack of remembering, I'll just stick with the Alex and Sam one as well. And Star Wars was the most exciting division, so it's hard to go against that. Yeah, I'm sure there was something with like Rachel and someone in Inner Geekdom, or like or maybe a rematch between her and Mara. They never got to play each other. That would have been good. Yeah, so I mean, there's tons, but I think I'll stick with the Star Wars. Jane, next. What is the meaning of life if you consider life to have any or inherent meaning?
I would say just do your best.
Yeah, finding your happiness, whatever that may be.
Yeah. Do the weird thing.
Do the weird thing.
Do what you want, unless it's murder.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
The meaning of life?
Do what makes you happy and don't do it for anybody else.
Yeah, I'd probably say that too. Yeah, you got to make sure you put your happiness and what you want first, and then to a certain point, it becomes family.
Family.
Thanks. Chuck is next. What's your fondest memory during POV? Kind of already discussed it, but what's our fondest memory?
And more, please.
For the actual show, I'm going to say Ladies' Night, the first one.
If we're talking about a show, then the first Ladies' Night was pretty special, which Molly was a guest on.
Yeah, she was there. She was still
I mean, yeah, if we're doing show, then that. If we're doing anything, probably the meetup on top of the hotel.
Just to be different from what Jill answered, I will say winning the after show award was pretty special too.
Yeah.
It's like the recognition because we were all obviously part of the Schmodown community, and because of what had happened the year prior when we should have won but didn't. I'll say that.
Can I just say happy hour as a collective?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will say I do quite love, like, even though I never got to play it, doing the questions and stuff for Newlywed. Like, those were always like my absolute most favorite thing. And trying to make sure that Sean didn't get mad at me at some point, which I think I made it through the last one.
You did.
So
I'll specify, like, I really liked the happy hours that we were all on, despite whatever guests we did or didn't have.
Yeah, those were always fun.
The Halloween one last year where Brian wanted to F Mario.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Oh my god, no fucking Mario!
Next one comes from Mr. Brian Nussbaum. What is your favorite TV show that's not comic book or Star Wars related?
Like a recent one or of all time?
I think it's all time.
Buffy.
All
Easy.
time. The Good Place.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna say The Last Kingdom on Netflix. It's one of them at least. It might not be my all-time favorite, but it's one that came immediately to mind. So,
I mean, it's still going. So, like, I have a feeling it will end up being my favorite, but I'd probably just say Heartstopper. I mean, tracks.
Billy here. If you could describe your entire experience here in one word, what would it be?
Unforgettable.
Priceless.
All done?
Those are two good words.
I'll say grateful.
I'd just say friendships, because like that's
Yeah.
what it's given us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a good one. Rain Man here. What's the thing you'd most want to eat or drink out of the Stanley Cup?
Like the hockey,
Yeah, because
one?
that's what they do. Is the Stanley Cup trophy is they drink out of it, or sometimes eat something out of it. And so, what would be your choice of drink or food if you were to win the Stanley Cup and be able to do that? Mine would be a good old ice cold beer.
If I'm eating out of it, cereal, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cereal.
It's a bowl. It's a giant bowl at the top.
Take a long ass time to eat out of that.
A beer's a good answer.
A nice, just some good
Yeah.
old classic
Just a good
cold
just
beer.
a good old beer. That's a good answer. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Maybe a Coors Light.
Right.
A cerveza cristal, perhaps.
Cerveza Cristal.
All right, let's go back to Billy here. In the 4 years of POV, we have seen a coming out, an engagement, fatherhood, among many other things happen to y'all. Where do you wish for the future to bring you in the next 4? I love you all, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have found my people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Billy. That was very,
Thank you.
very nice.
Okay, what was the actual question? The actual part?
Where do you wish for the future to bring you in the next 4 years?
A relationship. Honestly. That's what I would like.
Is it like about us or just
Oh.
like?
I think it's us individually. I mean, he did mention Jill getting engaged, Bo being born.
Yeah.
So individual things. So I kind of already peaked. Obviously, I have the family and I have Bo, but I would say the next 4 years, a family of 4.
A million subs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on our way. We're chugging along.
There you
What are
go.
you at right now? Do you know off the top of your head?
If I had to guess, I'd say 808.
Ooh.
Do you guys like do steady? Is it just like a steady climb, or do you hit jumps every once in a while?
Every once in a while, there'll be like if a new show or a new movie starts, there's a jump, but it's been pretty slow and steady.
I think the Acolyte might jump a lot because it's such a new show. There's probably gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be like, "What the hell is going on?"
I hope so.
You're gonna do it too, huh?
Mine would be to be settled with a nice, cushy job and maybe even starting a house in Georgia.
I thought you were going to say family. I was like,
Oh, no.
what?
No family.
Don't bring that kind of energy here, Jill.
No family.
I'm just kidding.
No, thank you.
Only one of us is allowed to do that.
Creating a new family with my Georgia peeps.
Yay.
Or you can come to the dark side, Jill.
No, it's okay. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Sacramento's hot.
I'm all right.
See?
Want a friend?
That's okay. That's fine.
You
I'm all
want
right.
a friend?
That noise terrifies me.
All right, let's see. I'm just gonna. We have a couple left, but I want to make sure I'm getting them correct. Let's go to Selva next.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh
Do-
my goodness.
Do fortune cookie predictions have an expiration date?
Probably when the cookie expires because you shouldn't be eating it anyway.
No, the fortune, not the fortune cookie.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. You
I would
should-
say
that's probably when it expires because you shouldn't be eating the cookie anyway at that point.
I say the fortune expires the next fortune cookie you have.
Oh, that's fair.
What if someone is eating Chinese food like every other night?
Well, then they better get their fortune pretty freaking quick.
Or what if they only have one cookie their entire life?
Well, then that one thing better come true, and hope it's not like
That's it.
a really dumb one.
I would say the expiration date is when you lose the paper, probably. I mean, you're supposed to hold on to it, so
Gotta keep it in your wallet.
yeah. Okay, bye, bud.
Bye.
Babo.
Bath time.
Bedtime. Hell yeah.
Bath time.
Hey. All right. Sticking with Selvin here. If you woke up tomorrow with $1 billion, what would you do with your life?
There would be signs.
Quit my job, first of all. Would not work again.
You really? So you would not work again, really?
If I had $1 billion, do you realize how much $1 billion is?
I would still work.
No.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, thank you, Gabby.
Just
No.
remember, your $1 billion is also her $1 billion.
That's if she knows I want it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd still work too, but there would be some changes.
I would not work.
I would probably work part time. Not full time. Part time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. That's just because I just need something to do, and luckily I like what I do, which is why I say that.
What was the question? What's the first thing you would do?
What would you do with your life?
The first thing I would do is probably buy a new car, and then
that's the first thing.
Buy a new house in the city, and then go from there, and then invest the rest. I don't know, do something boring with it.
Yeah, I'm not a splurger by any means.
Neither are we.
But I would get like maybe a couple houses. But not like
I'm not a splurger, but let's buy a couple houses.
But it's again $1 billion. Two, I wouldn't be getting like mansions by any means, like because I don't need that. I don't need a mansion.
Get a cabin in the woods and get a beach house.
Yeah, like
then you're
you're
set.
fine. And then maybe like a little European cottage. Like boom. I don't need some $12 million mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've always had those hypothetical conversations of like if we won the lottery, what would we do with it? First thing to do is buy a car to replace the Honda. Next thing we would do is probably buy a house. And we've also talked about like paying off my parents for something and making sure like they're okay. But like to do with our life, clearly you heard that we'd be traveling the world. So
That's
First class everywhere.
That would be
no shame,
first
you're
class for
winning.
sure. First class to New Zealand.
First class everywhere. I would go to Dubai just so I could get one of those fancy ass like airplane suites that you can get on those Dubai flights where it's like literally a suite on this air. Like hell yeah. Give me that. That's what I want.
I would immediately start giving the money out to people that I feel have had impact on me. So that way I know that those people are taken care of.
so
I'll
Brian's
feed
buying
you.
us. So Brian's buying us houses and new cars. And
Yeah, you
getting
can
us-
buy that cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
No, I'm
cul-de-sac.
dead serious. I honestly would love to win the lottery. If someone said you can win the lottery, but you can't spend a penny on yourself, I would probably be more happy than I would winning it for just me.
Aw, you're a
Just
better
'cause-
person than I am.
No, just because it's yeah, I don't know. I think
Me
it's
too.
I'm a what's that love language considered? The like acts of service?
Yeah.
Or gifts.
Yeah, that. Oh, is it gifts?
Well, yeah, I guess
Well,
he'd technically be
I thought
giving gifts.
gifts is taking him. I
Yeah,
don't-
acts
whatever.
of service. I think
I think
that's
so.
that.
Yeah, that's my love language.
I mean, same, but
Same, but you still have a couple houses to buy first.
yeah, same. But I'm gonna buy my own houses first before I start giving money to my peeps.
Yeah, what about your English cottage and stuff like
yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need my English cottage. I need it.
And
And then I can send you guys to go stay at my English cottage.
and then Sean can have a house in Ireland.
He wouldn't
would-
want a house in Ireland.
Oh.
He'd want it in like Croatia or something.
Switzerland.
I would take my mom around the world because she's never been anywhere.
In 80 days.
Maybe.
You could with $1 billion.
You gotta make sure
Quick
she has
side-
enough oxygen tanks.
Oh no.
Okay, quick side question. If you had to buy a place in another country outside of the US, where would you pick?
Like by a city? Or like
no,
by a
not
house?
buy a city, buy a house in a different country.
Italy.
England. But the outskirts, like where like fields and stuff.
It's
Not
hard to
like
say
London.
it's hard to say because I haven't been obviously to a lot of places. But off the top of my head, I would probably say, knowing Gabby, Switzerland. She really wants.
I was
Switzerland.
not thinking that you were going to say that with her.
Mm-mm.
I was waiting for like Fiji or something.
No. Australia would be up there too.
It's too hot.
I would need a force field around from all those animals and bugs.
It's too hot.
I might go Italy also. Yeah. Or Ireland, honestly. I'm going to say Ireland.
Cool.
So much good.
Next one comes from Blake. What movie or show are you most excited for in 2024 or 2025?
House of the Dragon.
Acolyte.
Acolyte.
If I'm to say movie, I'll say Furiosa because it's the last remaining movie was high up on my list. If I'm to say show, Daredevil Born Again for next year. Just everything just coming back for that is like
The question was for 2024.
it's
Or
like
2025.
2024 or 2025.
Oh, 25. I didn't catch that part. I'm still.
Let's see. Let's go to Chuck next. What are you most proud of in regards of POV?
Oh, I have mine
Absolutely.
instantly. The
ahead.
fact that we did all this and kept it a positive space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when we were negative, it was just funny. Like it was never like when me saying like we literally made this channel to end call to action, which I mean Jake and I kind of did, but like yeah, just the constant. It was always it truly was a safe space. for
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
which is
I like
and
that.
very
I think I
hard.
The community.
The community.
It goes in
yeah.
hand with what you're saying, but I think we were lucky enough to have created a group and a show that people weren't just coming to hear our conversations and what we're talking about and our opinions on things, but they're coming because they can also be heard,
Mhm.
which a lot of channels don't have that. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, that I agree. That was going to be mine too. The community and of course our friendships that we have made
Yeah.
throughout everything.
I was gonna say that, like, just our friendships, the friendships that have come about because of the show, outside of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making sure, just don't want to skip any over. Harrison has the next one. What is something about the channel you had doubts about, but it ended up really taking off?
When
Oh.
Schmodown ended.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was scary
That was.
when
I will
Schmodown
say-
ended.
It felt like the transition to just talking about whatever we wanted to was fairly easy, but it was scary to think like, are we gonna lose our entire audience? Like,
Yeah.
who's gonna
Who's gonna stay?
go? Who's gonna stay?
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely mine. But
I'll say whether or not we were gonna get Molly.
Kept you hanging.
Yeah, I just remember when we were like, should we do it? Should we ask? Do you think? Is it even worth it? Fuck it, let's do it.
I'll agree with you guys in saying that when the Schmodown ended, just because it was such a big transition and conversations regarding what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. And I think a large part of it because of Brian and I having Apocalypse and talking about a lot of the same stuff, obviously. So it was a big transition from what we were doing to obviously what we started doing, which I thought worked out really, really well. So a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
Selvin, what is a bar trivia that you didn't get a chance to do that you would have wanted to?
Oh.
Toy Story. Just Toy Story.
I thought we did Toy Story.
No. We did a mix of different things.
Mine would probably be Disney princess movies. Or Saw.
Oh,
Saw
yeah.
trivia. The one that got away.
Did we ever do Underworld?
Yeah.
No. Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one now. I always wanted to do just a vampire and werewolf trivia. Just
would've
like a
been fun.
big mishmash of
Yeah.
vampire and werewolf movies.
I'd say Mad Max because we did Apes recently. I could have picked. I mean, and we could also say a Marvel franchise. We never did a Marvel franchise. We never did like Iron Man or any of
Oh,
that.
wow.
We never did any of it.
We never did a single
Well,
MCU.
to be fair, I think we were like trying to stay away from like
yeah.
those big ones.
So yeah, if I mean maybe like the Captain America, the 3 movies would have been cool because they're so good.
The Ewok movies.
Oh God.
I was also going to say movies that guys dress up as women because I seem to apparently like this.
So what, like Mrs.
So, like,
Doubtfire,
So like the no, like
Birdcage.
my immediate ones that come to my mind was Hot Chicks, White Chicks, and Sorority Boys were the 3 that I.
Oh, I was not thinking any of those.
Okay, really trashy.
Well, Hot Chick, he doesn't dress up as a woman.
No, he becomes the woman.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay, fine. Then
Okay, you're
Bird-
muted, Jake.
I'm sorry, I'm talking to Gabby. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were commenting.
All right, next one here comes from. Oh, I just had it. Brian Nussbaum. What candy best describes you?
Oh, we've done this one before, and I forget every time what my answer is.
Yeah, it's hard because I want to pick my favorite candy, but I don't know if that.
I was going to say, aren't
I
you
know.
just-
I'm like, does a Starburst describe me? There's so many different kinds of Starburst.
I hate these types of questions because all the candy just leaves my mind. I'm like, okay, Reese's. What is other than Reese's?
What's a candy that's kind of hard on the inside and
I was
soft
trying to think
on
of the
out-
opposite: hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
Or yeah, hard on the outside. soft
Like a
on the
hard
inside.
exterior, soft interior.
Yeah.
That's
The first thing I thought of was Gushers, just because we had some recently and they were
Ooh,
delicious.
Gushers are
Gushers are
good.
good.
Love Gushers.
You know what? I am going to say Starburst because you have to open them individually, and sometimes that can be a little awkward trying to like open it. And so like that's like me because I can also be awkward. But then once you peel back that awkward layer, and then it's like, hello, I'm fun. Yay, I'm the best. Because Starbursts are the best. I'll stick with Starburst.
I have no clue. Gabby, what's a candy that describes me?
No clue.
My favorite candy is Skittles, but I don't know if that describes me. So
Those are awful for you.
there we go.
Now, those are just inherently gay though, because it's taste the rainbow. So you can't-
Taste the rainbow.
Only thing I could think of for me is I don't know why. The only thing that keeps coming into my head is Warheads. I don't know why. Sour. I don't know.
All right, next one comes from Curtis. If you could portal in to see any event in history, what would it be? And you would take back a sports almanac with you, Back to the Future style, to get rich. And would you take back a sports almanac?
Oh.
I don't know how to use sports almanacs, so I'd probably mess that up.
It just tells you who wins. It's just
Wait,
literally
so we
like
have to pick a. So it would have to be something where there's winning, right?
Well, I mean, there's been sports betting for.
No, but I'm
So
saying like it's not just something we can go back in time. Just to, like I would love to go back in time and see Avengers Endgame again for the first time.
Yeah, I think it can be any event.
Oh,
Yeah, any major event, and by that, and Brian, you would take a sports almanac from 2019 on. So for the last 5 years, essentially, and would you take it if had the chance?
Oh,
I might go back to see Star Wars for the first time in '77.
Yeah, that's a really, really good one.
I would go back to the opening day of Disneyland.
Ooh.
Specify, I will go back to the Chinese theater.
Ooh,
See it
nice.
there.
I think I'll join you on that one, Molly. And yes, I would take a sports almanac with me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, why not?
I think I might say.
Bless.
I'll just say 2014.
In general, just
yeah, when I started Stack State, just because that kind of like from then on. Actually, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Let's just say that one. College was fun.
Gonna relive your glory days.
Pretty much. And then I get to still
All
do
right.
this all over again. So.
One.
And then I'll rig how we lost to.
Ooh, here's a question. If you go back, but you still know everything that you know now, would you do anything to prevent the pandemic?
No.
Is there anything we can do to prevent the pandemic? I think that's
Let people know, I guess. I don't know. Like,
yeah, but
tell
then they
the
would think you're
scientists.
crazy.
And then they would lock you up.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a whole lot you could do.
I mean, I would probably take out a certain president, but I also
Then you would also be taken out.
worth it.
I
No.
would.
I thrived during the pandemic, so no.
I mean, I would definitely go back in time and like sports bet and invest in like early Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine the Amazon and like Apple too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. At Google, Microsoft,
Yeah.
Tesla, even. But yeah,
I don't know if I can morally do Tesla.
I can't either. But Amazon.
Amazon.
I'd be like,
Amazon's good enough.
give Amazon $10,000 back in the day, you'd be a millionaire now.
All right, next one comes from Selvin. I think we have 4 more, so let's get through these. Which day was a kid born on if his leg comes out at 11:59, but his head comes out, it doesn't come out until 12:01?
He would be born the 12:01 time.
It'd be 12:01.
He's
Yeah.
not all the way out. Yeah.
When the body is fully out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that that poor mother that has just one leg out for 2 minutes.
That's how
My
long it
hand
takes,
came
Brian.
out first.
Brian, it doesn't like just slide out.
Sometimes it does.
Well, sometimes, but most of the time it
2
doesn't.
minutes is a long time for the baby to just have one leg coming out of his mom's hoo-ha.
Not if you need a break from pushing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna hurt no matter what.
And there's enough drugs in your system too to.
Not for everybody. Still
Yeah, if you chose
Oh,
drugs.
obviously you still feel it. I know that, but just saying. All right, Curtis
I still
here.
don't know how you did that. Good lord.
Curtis here with the next one. Would you want to be a ghoul in Fallout or just get put out of your misery?
Oh, I'd be a ghoul.
Ooh, ghoul.
I don't know if it's like a weird thing, but like I find the ghoul in Fallout really oddly attractive.
Walter Goggins?
Yeah. I
I
don't know
would
what
want
it
to be.
is.
I would want to be a ghoul regardless of what universe I'm in. If I'm gonna die and have the option to come back as something weird.
As long as I have the vial that keeps them normal. I don't want to become a zombie.
Normal.
Yeah.
I don't want to become a feral ghoul.
Yeah.
I want to
That's
become
fair.
just a faceless person, essentially. Like the ghoul. So
Walter Goggins is in Righteous Gemstones, and he's hilarious, but he plays an old man, so he's not that attractive.
He plays an old man in Invincible too. So it's yeah.
all right, next one comes from Selvin. If you took a ship and changed all of its parts until none of the original parts are intact anymore, is it still the same ship or a totally different one?
Wait.
I'm
All
gonna
of its
say it's the same ship because when you take a dirt bike, for example, and you change all of the stock parts to aftermarket parts, it's still the same motorcycle.
Yeah, is it still? Yeah,
It still has its bones. Like you
yeah, if
can't
it still
take,
has its bones. Then
you can't take wing. I guess you technically could take wings off of an X-wing, but most of the time you're not taking wings off of an X-wing. You're only changing the motor.
Yeah,
Or
as long as you're keeping the
Ton.
bones. it's
You
the
might
same
have to
shit.
change the S-foils.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's the same ship.
I mean, when I have to gut my old car 100 times, it was still the same damn car. So, unfortunately.
All right. Vapion left a question, but he basically just said, seriously, where the F is Chuck? So there's Vapion. And Chuck was all over this, and I should have asked Vapion's first, so I apologize, Vapion. But last question of the Q&A, ending the era of the POV Patreon Q&As comes from Jane. Had to make sure that she left the last one. If you had one full day in which you are aware that at the end of the day, everything would reset and there's absolutely no consequences to anything you did, and only you would remember what happened in that day. Your body would fully reset after 24 hours. So if you die in the day you still reset, what are the 3 things you would do?
So it's like Palm Springs, the movie,
Like Palm Springs or Edge of Tomorrow is what I immediately went to with Tom Cruise.
or Happy Death Day.
Or Happy Death Day. So what would you do? The 3 things, what would you do if you had a complete reset, no problem, no consequences at the end of the day?
Skydive, because I would never do it any other way.
Go streaking.
Tell me why that was also the very first thing, even though I didn't want to. Come to me.
Ghost
No one's gonna remember it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
I would also go skydiving.
Skydiving.
Ooh, I would put out all of my very honest opinions on Twitter
That's so good.
about as many
nice.
people as I possibly could.
Nice. That's a good one.
Let's just
That's-
start a bunch of fights
Yeah,
online.
That's a good one.
I would call all the people I don't like and tell them exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
That's for sure one of them.
That's a good one.
That for sure is one.
Eat nothing but ice cream. I don't know.
I do like the starting fights. I do like that one a lot. I might steal that one as another one of mine.
I would drive a car extremely fast
Ooh.
because I'll never do that. Like that's something that I'll
No.
never do. I would go find an empty road and literally put my foot on the floor and just see what happens.
Oh. And what else would I do? Yeah. Tell him. You tell him.
I would go adopt every animal at every shelter that I possibly could.
But then they go back at the next day.
Well, I
Hilo
would at least have them for a day.
She would just go do it every day. It's one of her 3 things
Yeah,
every single
every
day.
day. It's a lot of paperwork.
And then I would get I would go to a zoo and go into the animal enclosures and see which ones would let me pet them.
I'd go swim with sharks. That's what I would do.
Are you gonna let me pet you?
Yeah, and see which ones would let me pet them.
I'd go swim with I'd go free swim with sharks for sure. Yeah.
I would probably do one of those caged ones, like
What
those
if-
caged.
What if an
dive things, just,
orangutan
now.
attacked you and ripped your arm off, but you didn't die? You'd
Well,
have
then
to,
you have no arm for 24 hours.
Then
Yeah,
I would
you
just wake up the next day, and that's fine.
but you'd be in so much pain for the rest of that day.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'll get over it.
You wouldn't be able to do anything else that you had planned that day.
That's fine. Then I could do it all over again the next day.
Just go do it at like
Ooh.
10 o'clock at night. Then it's only 2 hours.
I
Yeah,
would
there you
do every drug.
That's trash.
So many drugs.
I would do all of the drugs.
Different
One of
drugs,
each,
different day.
please.
Yeah.
One of each in all of its different forms. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I like that one. That's a good
I'm gonna do that before I start fights online.
one. Perfect.
Ryan, did you answer all of yours? Or
No, I have 2 more. One, I think for me would be tell the people that I liked growing up how I really felt. And then tell me why murder just came to my mind. Let's see.
Damn.
stay away from Ryan.
I was thinking like Purge, where it's just like you can do what you want for a day. I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask, who would you murder first, Brian?
Honestly,
last POV Q&A. Say it.
I
But it
really,
resets, right? The next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't.
But you still get that feeling. You murdered someone. You're like, oh yeah, I did that.
God.
but see, that's not what I would want to do. But I would go after probably my college track coach.
Whoa.
Wow.
She's a horrible human being. Like a horrible human being. Like she's, what she's like, Jake? She's like Takla, whereas like she would tell.
I don't want to murder Takla, but okay.
No, but I'm just saying like
What a
that.
great way to end POV Q&A.
No, that wasn't what I wanted to do though. What was the one that Molly said?
To attack people online.
Start fights. Do drugs.
No.
And
Rescue animals.
Eat
Duh.
ice cream.
Eat a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah, rescue animals.
Trying to think. What is? Honestly, I think I would be very curious. I don't think it would be a day is not fast enough, but catching my dad with my stepmom. I think that's what I would do. And see what comes from that. That's what I would do. Another weird one to end on.
It's all good.
Actually, let's just go with see how it's a good one. See how many donuts I could actually eat in one day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because I've thought about that seriously.
There you go.
Ryan's like, I don't really feel like murder today. Let's go donuts.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. How
And
many
if your
donuts?
day keeps resetting, you can literally do it all. So
Yeah.
Perfect.
Eat as
the
many.
problem is you're not gonna be able to build up your tolerance by eating donuts. Every day your body's gonna reset.
That's fine.
So
Because then I'm gonna try. Should I try one day of just the fluffy ones? Should I try one with more of the cake ones? Should I try one? There's different mix and matches. Just
Yeah.
chocolate, plain.
Just eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
all right. Well,
There we go. That's a good way to end it with POV. Is ending it with food.
Food.
That officially ends the Q&A. Doesn't officially end the Patreon because we do have the Hangout coming up before happy hour.
Happy hour pregame.
And that's going to be available to everyone. Anyone who wants to join who has been part of our Patreon, you will be sent the link. But just look, for the last couple of years since we've been doing this Patreon, just really quick, I'm not going to go on some tangent, but I really, really appreciate all of you guys who've been asking questions over the years. I know it's not easy.
Did Andy ask one in this?
No.
How dare
he said about 2 or 3 months ago, he's like, I've been asking questions for 3 years. It's hard to ask questions.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
and look, it's tough, but all of you who stuck with it, did it. Thank you guys for continuing to do it. Q&As have always been a blast. So it's been really fun doing these. So thank you.
Ooh, Molly, I just thought of a good one for you. Destroy all of Alex's Legos in front of him.
That would be fun.
Just stand there and just like, Pippin, just,
Yeah, just knock them all off.
yep. There you go.
Love it.
Goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Bo.
Get to see the baby.
Bo says bye,
We'll
everybody.
do it afterwards. All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your week. Thank you guys for participating in the Patreon. Love you guys. Cannot do it without you. And yeah, thanks, guys. See you later.